Thank you very much for your introductions. Thank you very much for sharing time, sharing your time with me. I would like to introduce our company, Cellular Dynamics International. Our company is currently running under the Fujifilm. Fujifilm acquired May 2015, and the headquarters is Wisconsin, Madison. And we have around 170 employees, and then most of them are engaged in R&D and also production and quality. And we have 900 patents, which will allow our customers to freedom of teleoperations. And then we have two business units. One is the life science, and the other one is the cellular therapeutics. Idea is we accumulated our expertise for the life science products, and then those research results will translate into the cell therapy. So then we are providing complete expertise of the cell productions, entire the whole processes. These are examples of our accumulated know-how and expertise as from 2007, which was we made a first iPS cell, and afterwards, around 10 years, we actually made around 5,000 cells so far. Then, this is actually our first important approach. Just a moment, please. Maybe, okay. I think this is a disorder. Anyway, so okay, that's fine. I would like to explain, actually. First, actually, we actually established the banking for the HLA matched cGMP, which is an important strategy for us to realize allogenic iPS cell-based therapy. And in order to provide customers with this HLA matched cGMP, we can actually make the platform for the cell therapy as the cell lines. And then we actually made already phase 1, which was completed. 5 most common HLA types has been prepared. And then in total, at this moment, we have the 8 lines as the cell lines. And then now we are making a phase 2, which will be first make a 12 donor cells, which will be 50% coverage for the US populations. And then here we showed example of the cyanotor case. Thank you very much, Rose-san, the presentations beforehand. We actually providing one of our cell lines to cyanotors, and then they are bringing that one into the clinical test at this moment. These are actually current status, how we are providing these kind of cell lines to our customers. You see we first provide these cell lines for customers under the MTA, and then they will test the cell can match to their protocol. And then if that is right, then actually we are going to the clinical commercialized contract with such customers. Then I would like to explain our current therapeutic programs. We have in total 4 major areas as the pipeline. First one is Parkinson disease. Second one is the cardiac, and the third one is the oncology, and the fourth one is oculus. And then, as you see, first 3 products we are now trying to make a partnership approach. And then ocular part is first age-related macular degeneration. This is we are collaborating with National Eye Institute, and then they are going to IND filing 2018 first quarter. And then we established the joint venture called Opsis Therapeutics, which is focusing on the photoreceptor progenitors. We will explain detail in the later. Here is a Parkinson disease. As Emil explained at the Blue Rock sessions, this program, fetal cell grafts improved symptoms in some patients. And the issue was actually how to deliver the very standardized quality of the cells in order to make works for everybody. So then this is our approach to make the cell therapy based on the iPS cell allogeneic approach. We are trying to use currently established HLA-based matched iPS cell lines. We know actually recently Dr. Takahashi's trials for the monkey, HLA was very much working on that model. So then we are hoping this approach would be great. Currently, you see we made the right cell, and then we did the engraftment trials for the rat, and then you see actually engraftment was correctly done. And also, based on the rat model, we can identify the efficacy is working at this moment. These are leadership team and the scientific advisory board. We have a very great teams for supporting these programs at this moment. The next one is a cardiac. We are trying to make the therapies for the congestive heart failures. Then heart disease is, of course, the very serious disease. And then we are trying to make the replacement of the heart cells to cure these kind of problems to the long term. Then CDI has currently making those three different maturity of the cells. And then we are now checking which one is the most workable in this kind of therapy. We will use injections, not patch, to deliver this product. Then we are now actually positive preclinical data for the engraftment part. We actually proved in the rodent model. And then also in the pig model, we identified arrhythmia will not happen in that model. Of course, we are still studying that pig model data at this moment. And then we expected IND filing will be the 2019, which is the same as Parkinson's disease programs. And these are scientific advisory boards. This is also great teams to support these programs. Next is the oncology. So this is, we are focusing on to produce iPS-derived T cell and NK cells. And then we are trying to make a partnership with a company who is making antigens specifically arising from the cancers. So then idea is a cancer-specific antigen plus this iPS-derived T and NK cells. Then we create allogeneic approach toward the CAR T therapy, which is a more stable and also the possibility to cure lots of people. You see, we actually established feeder-free and also serum-free conditions. And you can see the right cell was already produced. And comparing to primary T cell, profile is the almost same. And based on the rat models, you see the prolongation of the life. And also in the pictures, you see CAR-T plus antigen. Anyway, so cancer will not be occurred in this study. So then we have a very positive preclinical data at this moment. Then next one is Oculus. As I explained, we have these two major programs. First one is with the NEI. We are actually using RPE toward the AMD. Then in these programs, we developed CGMP-based protocols to produce RPE cell. And then that is now tech transferred to the NEI, and the NEI will drive this program until phase 1. Then afterwards, we are trying to take over that programs. Then you see the pictures of the RPE, which is pretty good. And then second chart, you can see how to purify RPE cell. We have the proprietary technologies to purify cells, and then horizontal line shows the different donor samples. And then you can see black line is before purification methodologies, which is purification level is varied. But after applying purification technologies, you see the red line, which is a very high purifications of each cells. So this is actually pretty much beneficial for autologous therapy case because this NEI case is autologous therapy. And then OPSIS part, I would like to explain a little bit detail. This company was built in 2016 together with the David Gam, who is the University of Wisconsin medical doctors and PhD. And he was the first persons to develop protocols, differentiation protocols for the PRP cells. Then we have the freedom to operate in terms of that patent. These are scientific advisory board of this program. Then this is actually optic vesicles, which is actually patented by Dr. Gam. And then these structures is the really important for the PRP therapies. And then we have the 3 PRP lead optimization way. We call class 1, 2, 3, 2D hybrid 3D. And then at this moment, for this class 1, we actually made the rat model to first, actually, this is 2 months. You see the actual survival of the transplanted cells. Then 4 months, dendritic spouts are dendritic spouts are formed correctly. And then 6 months, you see the maturation of the cones. That means real eye structure will be reconstructed based on this approach. This is actually CDI current business model. As I explained, we actually deliver a platform as the HLA matched iPS cell lines, which will be a non-exclusive licensing. Then we would like to cooperate and a partnership with any companies who would like to realize allogeneic cell therapy. And then we have the CDI internal programs, which we explained at this, I explained at this moment. And also, we have another path of the businesses, which is contract development and manufacturing. The reason is CDI has the know-how and also the expertise for the productions and also the protocol development. And those things we would like to offer to our partners. And then in order to accelerate our expertise for the production QA system areas, we are cooperating with Fujifilm to accelerate those kind of things. Then we will cover both scale-up and scale-out strategies on this. And these are summaries. CDI has built iPS and its differentiated cell manufacturing know-how and expertise since 2007. And CDI can offer a robust HLA matched iPS cell lines as the platform of cell therapy. And then CDI has 4 internal cell therapy programs, which will be open to strategic partnership. And CDI can provide third parties with development and manufacturing services. And finally, Fujifilm corporate venture capital is available for an innovative novel of therapies. So these actually are our business model to work with our partners to make the brilliant novel therapies. So thank you very much for your hearing. Almost 15 minutes.